So we are back at Deck Dynasty for another day. As you can see, there is quite a queue actually. So I'm going to quickly sort these guys out. But today we're going to be focusing on just maximising our profits as much as we can. So, getting more tables, trying to sell more cards. There's not really much point of selling that, to be honest. Definitely not needed. So yeah, we're just going to try and expand as much as we can. I think I'm going to probably get to day, what are we at? Day 10 at the minute. I'm probably going to get to day 50 maybe this episode, or maybe even 100, depending on how much progress we make, because I don't really see the point of just dragging it out. Might as well just start making some proper progress. As you can see, he just said something about the stench because we've got this smelly guy, so we need to actually sort that out as well. So there'll be something that we can do for that. We can buy a, well, it looks like an aircon unit if I just check on our phone. So if you go to our, I think it's, no, it's definitely not that one. My DIY maybe, yeah, it's this, it's the AutoSense M100. So if we buy that, we can, I don't really see the difference between both of them. Obviously, that's requiring level 18. This requires, well, we can buy that now. So we're going to look at buying that as soon as we can. But we'll deal with these customers, and then we'll look at probably buying that once this day is over. So it's been a couple of days. We've got $1,000, and we've just paid our bills, as you can see. Well, it was $600 for the bills. But what we're going to do is we're going to buy one of these auto scent things, because there's it automatically sprays when bad odor is detected, holds up to 2 cleansers. So if we purchase that, I think we might as well just pipe it near the door. I don't really see an issue with that. Stock order. If we go to accessories, so cleanser, it's $150. Might as well buy it. Actually buy some. If we purchase that, can we just shove them straight in? It only holds 2, so we're going to have to put this down for now. So just put this down here. Turn it on. Is it off? Yeah, it's already on. So I'm guessing that just automatically, whenever some man that smells comes in, it automatically just cleans them, which is absolutely perfect. So just before we open up for the day, I have slightly moved things around so we can fit the extra table in that gap now. I moved them all down. And then I bought a couple more tables just so we can try and shove as many people in here as possible, because that seems to be one of the best ways to make money, because it's just sort of a background money, do you know what I mean? It's pretty consistent. We don't have to constantly watch the till for people putting cards down. So we've actually got a little bit more stock I forgot to put on the shelves. But I think it's a better way of earning consistent money. So I think I'm just going to keep trying to fill the store with as many tables as we can, so we can get loads of people playing in here. There's been many days, and what I've worked out is we make more profit if I've changed the event. So I've got this new event on, which costs us, if we just click edit, costs us 200 a day, like a sort of a fee to basically allow us to have the game play in our store, but we get $14.75 an hour, which means these guys have to pay that to play it. It seems to be working well. Our profits have sort of tripled with just the game playing itself, and I've also bought more shelves because we've just purchased another license. So I let the stock run out just so I can show you I purchased. So I purchased this license. So if we get a few boxes of that and a few cards, and then I've bought this, which is rare card packs. So this is the first time we've actually bought these. But if we purchase all of these at once, just double check we haven't got to pay the bills. But we're actually making quite a decent amount of money now. I decided to sort of rearrange the store a little bit just so it's more space efficient, because we were sort of wasting a bit of space with the old layout. So if I'll quickly restock these, and then we'll see if those rare cards are profitable. Decided to price our stock at 20% over market just because we're getting that many sales. As you can see, people are just absolutely loving these cards, so I think 20% is a good number to sit on. Hopefully we can keep the customers coming in. This is an interesting offer, so we'll go 750. I forgot to mention we also got rid of the card selling table, which, it might be a mistake, but I'm going to buy a few expensive cards, and I'm going to buy it again and put it down there eventually. I wasn't really using it. It was just a waste of space, so I thought there's not really much point. I'm going to try and keep these cards like this. So we're going to have 3 rows, and then the boxes as well of each. So I need to buy a few more before we can actually put those down. But yeah, the card's still popular, even though we've upped the prices by 10%. So it seems to be working. I've had to buy the same card table back. Unfortunately, I thought we could buy a sort of a smaller one with maybe 4 card slots on it, or a one-sided one. Well, unfortunately, we can't. But we're going to sell this at 20% profit, and if that sells, that'll be very nice. So that's the one we've just bought off that one guy. But the tables are looking quite full. They were a minute ago anyway, so we seem to be making quite a lot of money. Once we get to level 10, that means we can buy our staff member so they can do all the till work, which is going to be great for us. So it's the end of the day, and this guy's about to buy that card, so we've actually made quite a lot of money off that. So we're not going to complain about that at all. Said I'll wait till we're level 10 and we can hire that staff member, which will be very helpful. As you can see from the top right, we are now at level 10. So if we go on our phone and we go recruit, that was the one. We've got a few different, I was going to say we've got a few different staff members. We do, but we can't actually hire them because we're not high enough level. So we'll have to go with the basic guy. Zachary Cole, so he's got a normal restock speed, checkout speed slow, and he's $50 a day. So you know what? $500, we've got an achievement for hiring a worker, and he's just going to I didn't realize he was going to restock as well, to be honest. So that's actually pretty cool. So he's going to be pretty useful for us. So we'll just chuck that on the ground for now. I don't know if he starts straight away or he's going to start tomorrow. Can't quite see him yet, so we'll have to see. Before we go out there, this guy, like, he's just walked off. Is this our staff member? There we go. So man counter, restock shelf, set price, rest. Okay, so man counter it is. I don't think he can do two things at once, which is a bit unfortunate. But, you know, we can't expect him to do absolutely everything. Still got plenty of money in the bank. We'll look at expanding soon, but I think we can probably squeeze a few more tables in here, to be honest, in this little gap, maybe. So we'll look at doing that. Also decided to stock some accessories. So we've got some card sleeves and some dice. So I might actually buy another lot of dice. If you go to accessories, there's absolutely plenty of stuff we can stock. The blue ones as well. I'm actually sort of interested to see if these are going to be popular or not, so I guess we'll see. Obviously, we don't have to man the till anymore, so we're just constantly making sure that the shop has the right amount of stock in, and if there's demand for a stock, we can go and get it new. You know what? We might as well just buy it because, you know, it's a new card. I think he weren't very happy with that price. Like I said, I think I changed it back all to 10% because people were coming in and complaining that the prices were a bit high. So I'd rather just have them at a set price where people are happy to pay it rather than moaning. So I've lowered it to 10%, but we're still making decent money. So I don't really see the issue with that. So we've basically maxed out. What I'm going to do is with this card table, I'm just going to leave it outside. And then whenever we get a card that comes in, we need to sell, just put it up somewhere because it's just taking up too much room. We've got basically the max amount of tables we can. Our product shelves are full. Not really any room for any more, so I guess we can just start expanding. Shop lot B, $5,000. That's interesting. Anyway, so let's check what the prices are. So that's $900. It doesn't actually expand that much. So what I'm thinking is doing a couple if we can. No, so we can't. Level 13 is required, but I guess we can get 2 more shelves in, which we will do now. So we're sort of stocking random products at the minute. Level 12 is our next card type. It is, yeah. So I'm thinking of leaving a shelf free for that at least. We can get these shelves in and then wait till we get the next upgrade as well. But we've got plenty of money, so definitely not struggling on that front. We're just going to put this last shelf in and just check what other products we can get. We got stock order. So we can't get any more cards for now because it's not high enough level. Figurines, we can, but I don't really see the point of that, to be honest. Cleaners we need, that's just for that cleaning thing. So we've got all of these. What are these? Card sleeves, fire, earth. So we're not near level 14 just yet. We've got 3 levels to go, so it looks quite interesting. Look at this queue. This guy is really slow at scanning, which is unfortunate. Look at this. Put them on this shelf for now and just see what it is. So I like to have, 4 separate spaces for each card type. So once these sell out, I'll probably leave them. So I'll move the accessories down and then just put the card types. Have the cards near the door because obviously that's what catches customers' eyes, hopefully. I don't really know what these guys are doing when they just sit there. Obviously just take up space, but we can't really do much about that. So we'll wait till we level up to level 12 and then we'll get the other card types in as well. So it's day 36 and we are near level 13. Got a little bit of restocking to do, but that means we can also buy... We just pay the bills. Also buy the new license for the new cards. So it's only this one we can buy at the minute. But if we go 4 lots. What I'm going to do before I put them on the shelves, I'm just going to switch these items over. So I'll quickly do that now. So we've just place them on the shelves. I think before we price them up, I'm just going to open a few and just see if we can get a decent pull out of them. Just shove these on the shelves. I'll just switch the shelves around as well so they're all in a row. Makes more sense and it looks nicer. So actually, just quickly price it up. So market price 10%. We just take 2 packs and we'll just see if we can get anything decent out of them. I haven't actually opened any packs in a while. So that's $13. Not too bad. So $24 isn't a bad pack at all. But I don't really open packs anymore. I did actually buy one. That's worth quite a bit. You know what? We could probably place that. Let me just check if we can place it in that corner. No, we can't, unfortunately. So I'm not really that bothered. I'll just wait until we've got a bit more space. So box that up and chuck it on the floor. Someone's trying to sell us something, so we'll have a quick check. You know what? Let's just go $20 and see if they accept it. Cool. There's not really much point in selling that. I'll just keep it for the collection. Yeah, I'll restock these shelves and then we'll let the days go on a little bit more. I think it's level 13 for the next expansion. Yeah, it is. So we'll probably wait to that. I'm not too confident on this because his asking price is absolutely ridiculous, but we'll try $600. Nope, but his asking price was ridiculous, so there's no chance. So these guys look like they're using their deck holders, as you can see. We've run out of them actually, so we need to restock. So I'll do that now. Just hit level 13, which means we can upgrade again. So we've got the next expansion. So we'll go and place this so we can sell those cards. We've got a few to sell, I believe. So if we go what card? Sorted it by highest amount anyway. So no, we've just got the one. But we price that up, go market price, and we'll go 20% because they always sell. That'll make us a decent little bit of profit. So we've just hit level 15, which is great because that means that we can expand the store again. So we've done that. And then another big thing is we can hire another person. So let's have a check. So they're $1,000. The normal checkout speed, that's perfect. So because they're normal checkout speed, we can set this person on checkout and the other person, our friend here, we can put them on restock. So we think they start the next day, which is fine. Got a little bit more space over this end now. So if we move this over there, how many tables is that? 2, 3 maybe? So we'll buy a couple more tables and we'll fit them in now. So we managed to fit 2 more tables in. A new staff member has arrived, so checkout speed. So if we go man counter for them, and go and tell you to restock shelves. Nope. So that's perfect. Now we've got 2 different staff members, both doing things that we don't have to anymore. So if we just quickly shove this in here, in that box. So we're now level 18, and a few things have happened since. So we're now able to stock the epic boxes, I think they're called. So I actually need to reorder some of those. So we can now stock those. We've added a few extra products to the shelves. So the deck boxes, we've got them in all colours. We've got the collector books as well. But we should also be able to expand again. So where is it? There it is. Then we've got the last expansion for that row. And what I was thinking of doing is moving this table to here. Just so we can put this shelf actually next to the other products, if we can move these out the way. And then we've also got a new game. So if we go edit, we can now do this one. So again, 400 a day, but you get more per hour. So select, confirm. So that should bring us in some more money. So it's going quite well so far. I think I'm going to keep doing the same thing. More tables and more products. See what level we get to when we get to around day probably 75, and then we'll see how much progress we've made. So there is actually something quite big I forgot to check. By the way, I've also restocked, when I say restocked, stocked these mats. They're like play mats, as you can see. So people are using them, which is quite good. If we go to Reno and click Shop Lot B, we've actually unlocked this, which I totally forgot. So we will purchase that now. So what we could do, we could put the shelving in here, have all the products in here, and then just have this room specifically for playing. So use main entrance, no entry. So I think I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly reorganize this whole place. Put the checkout in here and put all the shelving in here. So it's took me a little while, but as you can see in here, there's basically nothing left. Even the checkout counter is gone. I've moved the tables down so they're now in line. I'm going to get another row here. I can't quite afford that yet. But if you come around to the main entrance, all the card shelves are here, and then all the product shelves are here. Unfortunately, this doesn't fit sideways because of these last two shelves, but it doesn't look the prettiest, but it's going to have to do for now. It's going to have to look like that. I've added extra shelves ready for when we do get more stock. But I think we're pretty much ready to go, so I'll put that there. Should probably put the cleaning thing in there as well, somewhere. So this is going to be our shop, and then this is just going to be our game area, which I think looks quite cool. So I'm just going to save up a bit more money, and then get these tables filled out as well. So I've recently been purchasing these new games as well. So they're in the tabletop section. I'm not sure if they're new to the game and different to the Pokemon style. Just buy this for $1. Pokemon style. So if you open up the, which I definitely didn't mean to do that. Hopefully we can place that back. Over there, go on tabletop. You got the penny sleeves and stuff like that. But if you go down to the bottom, you've got these games, which I've bought the 2 licenses for these. I don't know if these are like a separate thing, and if they are, if people are going to play these games inside here as well, which would be interesting to see, to be honest. Keep buying them. I'm going to get the full licenses for them and then just, you know, max out the store in here. Obviously, there's not the most room in the world. This is, I mean, he's absolutely crazy for thinking I'm going to even buy that for that much. Well, he's just accepted that for some reason. Interesting. But yeah, I've got another smell machine thing here. I'll put the better one in here because you get more people in there. So I thought, you know, it makes more sense. We've just reached level 20, which means we can expand this little shop in here. And we can also hire a new recruit. You can see his restock speed's fast. I am thinking about doing that, but I don't really think we need to right now. So our reviews are still good. Just check the stock. I think we can order these new licenses as well, exactly. So let me just expand the store because there's not actually much room in here. So if we go to block B, and that's just added that behind the wall, which isn't ideal because we didn't really want that. But what we'll do is we'll shove another shelf here if we can. Let me just check actually. That'd be a bit annoying if we couldn't. And then we're going to buy the license when we can afford it for the new cards as well. So that'll go straight in there, that will. And once we've got $2,000, I'll buy the license for the new cards as well. We've now got a little bit more money. I left a little bit more as well, just so we can actually afford the cards themselves. Buy, and do 2 lots for now. Purchase those. They're in here somewhere. Is that the legendary one? I think so, yeah. We shove them on this shelf. I do this just so that the restockers know automatically to just place them back here. Then we'll open 3 of these and just see what we get. Like I said, I don't really open packs anymore, which is a bit of a shame because I'm more focused on just expanding the store and stuff. Obviously, they're all going to be new because we haven't opened them before. So nothing really that good so far. That's good, $14. I'm going to buy another shelf, which we can't actually fit there, I don't think, which is a shame. But we'll save up for the boxes. Check what level they are. 26, that's quite a while away. I'm not quite sure what to do with this, because it's only 1 slot. I could just move it back, I guess. I'll see for now. We'll just save up a little bit more, try and level up again. And hopefully our store is going to see a few more customers, because once this is fully going, I don't think I've ever seen most of the seats, like, you know, full, which is a bit of a shame. So maybe that's the thing we have to look at, if we can increase our popularity or something. We'll save up a little bit more money and then see what happens. I think once we finish day 70, I'll probably end the episode there, because we've done a lot this episode. So let me just give this guy $10. You know, we've basically doubled our, well, we've doubled the store size in here alone, and then added another shop as well. So, you know, we've got our play area over here, and then we've got our main store. I'm trying to figure out how to get more people in here. I did read on Reddit that apparently you have to have things to sell, so people buy things and then sit down, but someone also said you can set them very expensive as long as people just come in to have a look. I'm going to experiment with that next episode. But like I said, I think once this day is over, we'll check how much we've made for the day. Probably should pay our bills. We can't afford that yet, which is fine, to be honest. We'll wait for day 70 to end, and then we'll probably end the episode off there. So as you can see, the day's over. We've made $3,000 at the end of it, which means we can pay our bills, which is good. If we end the day, obviously we're not going to be in profit, I don't think, because we've just paid bills and stuff. But yeah, we're earning $1,500 from games alone, which is great, to be honest. So I'm not really that concerned about it. But like I said, next episode we're definitely going to explore trying to get more people into the store or into the game side of the store. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode. Obviously, we made a lot of progress. Let me know what you think I should aim towards. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.